I'm rather Incoherent, and the deck is Pure Bubble Paladin. It's not too different from the old Pure Paladin list. We've lost some cards, and there are about 8 new ones. We've added in the Hands of a Doll, the Spotlights, Funk Fins, Muster for Battles, 1 Jitterbug, 1 Lothraxian, so 10 new cards in total. The deck's game plan is largely the same as it used to be, just now there's more of a Divine Shield package. You can threaten your Divine Shields being turned into 5/5s, so you can use them as a burn. Coming back down your curve, you'll be guaranteed to get this 1-of Jitterbug, which means you'll be able to cash them in for a lot of value. When you play Muster for Battles off this Lothraxian, it's not just threatening because you have buff targets for the Funk Fin, it's threatening because you can draw so many cards off of that Jitterbug. And on the whole, the deck just seems a little bit better than it used to be, and it used to be a very, very good deck, so I'm looking forward to trying it out. Before I get into the games though, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do so, and I'd appreciate a like on the video while you're down there. Really helps the channel grow, and I do greatly appreciate it. Sorry for shilling. Alright, we've got the Paladin Mirror. My opening hand does not look good. I don't think this is it, Chief. Now, there's an argument to holding Hand of a Doll, but that's too optimistic. I have to find 1 and 2 drops. Hand of a Doll is only good if I hit specifically Sanguine Sanguine Soldier, or Sinful Sous Chef, or Righteous Protector. Like, I have to have a good opening curve, and Sous Chef is probably not good enough at all. Here I'm wishing I had Hand of It All to smooth out my curve and to threaten with this Divine Shield, but oh well. Light Ray is not something I'm really looking forward to having my opening hand, but it happens. This is one of those decks that's very limited late game, but as I demonstrated so thoroughly in Amalgam Warrior not too long ago, just because you only run 2 9-drops doesn't mean they can't show up in your opening hand literally. At least these stop being 9-drops, unlike some people I can name. Alright. If I have a decent turn 2 and find an order in the court in time for this to not matter, it's fine. But that seems unlikely. Do you trade in Burnt Spotlight, I wonder? No, he believes. I'm gonna play a second one and go face. And next turn I have Funk Fin to really mess him up. I wonder what minions he has. He missed 1 drop. On 2 he played that. That's not great. It's fine, but it's not great. Oh, he's going in now. Nope, still with face? Face? Are you sure? Gee, man, I don't know about that. I have Coin Lothraxian into Muster, which seems pretty good. I'm gonna control this. I don't want him killing my Funk Fin. I want it to be there threatening huge amounts of damage. Feeling good about Funk Fin. Also, very, very good opening sound effect, whatever the hell that was.
The light dims.
Oh, that's annoying, but all my minions have Divine Shield anyway, so I don't really care. Oh, hey, look at him! He's running Funk Fin too. It's a cool little guy. I can kill his stuff, no issue. Oh, well, now I can't. I'm sorry, what was the buffs this thing's received? It's received +4/4 and +2/2. All right.
Bloody day.
Coin Lothraxian is still the play. I'm gonna sit here on my Funk Fin because I don't want it to die. Because I have Muster for Battle. And it matters. I'm totally gonna play Muster for Battle and get value on it, and not just get run the fuck over by this 7/7 that has appeared on the board for some reason. Hand of a Doll on the 7/7 really doesn't matter too much, but I guess if you just have a second buff, then it doesn't matter which one you give, huh? Grumble, grumble. Rip Lothraxian. Is there a way out of this? Because I just feel fucking dead, for obvious reasons. He has almost lethal on board. Spotlight just in time to be doing nothing. Like, this would have been relevant a few turns ago, not now. Muster for Battle Hero Power, theoretically I'm alive.
Faith reveals the way.
If he has no burn, I can theoretically stabilize him here.
Reporting for duty.
I can't really. He puts me to 1, guaranteed. Any buff kills me. I have admittedly already seen 2 buffs, and Funk Fin doesn't count because I don't have Divine Shields anymore. I'm dead. Of course. Why would you have anything other than more burn in hands? There's 6 cards in your class. Why not draw 3 of them in the top 10? Alright, at least the Garden's Grace kills me, so now I can feel better about it. Feel like I got high rolled into the ground there. I feel like Disco Ball is just the card that sometimes wins games instantly. I wonder if that game means I should be running Disco Ball and that Muster for Battle is not worth running. Like, does that just mean you cut Lathraxia and Muster for Battle and don't even care about this stuff? Like, that guy was obviously running the Divine Shield package, but I mean, I don't think you need to run anywhere near as much of it as he did. And I think that, honestly, it might not be worth running at all if the best way to do it. Like, just run the early game stuff that's sick. You don't need to run all the late game garbage. Anyway, since we can't draw Order in the Court, we may as well just draw both of them turn 1 to average it out, I guess, huh? My draws with this deck have been pretty abysmal. There's one terrible loss where I just drew garbage already cut. So, if I play Order in the Court, what do I do next turn? I'll have drawn 1, 2, 3, 4 cards on turn 5 if I can playing Order in the Court, Order in the Court. I mean, I don't have anything else. Like, whatever my plan is, it's happening slowly, so let's start doing it now. There's literally, I have nothing else. I have a Light Ray Order in the Court in my hand. We're not gonna be turving out here. There's no way that happens. As bad as it is to play Order in the Court that early, at this point I just have to embrace it and go. We just play the next one and keep going. This guarantees the Purator on 5, but honestly the Purator on 5 is probably just going to overdraw me, right? Yeah, I guess Coin Tap there is good. Heals him for 2. Coin Tap always feels bad, especially in aggro matchups, but since it's not actually damaging him, I think it's a lot better. Do I play this for tempo now that I'm in this situation? Like, obviously I do this, obviously I do that. I just need shit out of my hand to play that Purator. Like, I don't care about the 2-3 at all. It's not important to me whatsoever. But honestly, I care about the hand space quite a lot. And honestly, making him play Hellfire there instead of just tapping and getting more stuff is valuable. Purator here does draw me cards. It's going to draw me Funkfin, Jitterbug, Seafloor Savior. That's it. Not too many. Not too many. Because I've already got both Light Rays. Oh yeah, Sous Chef as well. I forgot about him. And I'm not concerned about having to go off with Countess this turn. Did I go up to 10? Did I miscount that badly? No, I'm going up to 9. We're good. Oh, it's on Deadlock. And they have Thaddeus already. Good. Perfect. It's exactly what I wanted to hear. I think it's going to be... it's going to be bad is what it's going to be. I'm going to die immediately. I'm gonna play 2-drop, 1-drop, Light Ray. That's the best I've got. Oh, yeah, I've got to do this first. Definitely the one with taunt.
Need a bit more spice over here.
And then we go face, because we're obviously not winning the long game. Now with 2 copies of Thaddeus coming down, I really don't see how we win. Like, I don't know what he's gonna do with these Thaddeus, but it's probably something, right? Oh, it's only 1 copy of Thaddeus, but still, that's plenty of Thaddeus. That's enough for, what is it, all of his odd cards to cost 1? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that seems good. I would play a 1-mana 6/6. I'd play 1-mana Mal'Ganis. Drain Soul's less impressive. At 2-mana, I mean, who would ever run that? Play this, get the Countess out. Last mana goes here. 5, we have 11, so it just all goes in. And then we hit end turn. But Thaddeus is off the board, so that's nice. Now, unfortunately, if he has Twisted Tether, I'm dead on board. It's not particularly... Yeah, Thaddeus is back, by the way. It doesn't really matter. You already played out the odd cards. I mean, it is an 11-11. That matters. So we're looking for exactly Gigafin, right? If Gigafin is invited to this party, then we have a chance. Otherwise, things look fucking grim. Oh, also, I'm dead. It just took him a while to figure it out. That too. That's also bad. These games are not indicative of the quality of pure Paladin at all. These games are absolute travesties. Maybe next time my opponent draws the nuts, I won't pass on turns 2, 3, and 4. That could all... Like, the nuts is bad, but if they also... But it was mostly the drawing literally nothing that killed me. I'm gonna hold Order in the Court because it's too important to throw it away, even though it gives me the chance of drawing second Order in the Court and having a terrible hand. So here we're looking at Sous Chef, Coin Protector, and a Hand of Adal, and two probably Order in the Court, which is fine. Renethal Blood. I would think this is a favored matchup, but I don't know. It probably just comes down to the Countess rolls. Unless the Purator package, or Lathraxian package rather, is as good as I'm hoping it is. I have no idea what's happening. What? Tour guide? Oh shit, that's incredible. Because then you can save it to trigger your Vizier and your Contract Quarter whenever you want. That's actually really cool. I can try to hold things for a good Blood Matriarch, but I don't think that's right. I think you just play this out. What deck would it make the most sense to have this ability in to be banking your power? Like, it's just generally cool in Death Knight, but it's hard to justify fitting the slot for it. It's not Frost. There's not a chance in hell that Renethal Frost with Tour Guide is a thing. I would assume it's a control deck in either the Blood or Rainbow variety. I don't know. All right, there we go, Blood deck. If I were him, I don't think I'd cash in my hero power here, but I'm not him. I guess it does prevent the trade on board, that's true. Hand of Adal. Like, it's not great, but still gonna do it. I'm not gonna make that trade for him. If he wants to spend the turn removing it, that's fine by me. This is just not a great spot to be in, unfortunately. For the record, I'd probably play Blood Death Knight exclusively if, like my opponents, I could have Hematurge turn 2 every single game. I don't remember the last time a Blood Death Knight hasn't just immediately revealed that it was a Blood Death Knight with Hematurge on 2. And it's so frustrating to consistently see Tour Guide or Body Bagger into Hematurge every time in a Renethal deck. It's just like, could you at least be punished for your lack of consistency? Thank you. Thank you for not having a perfect curve. I appreciate it. I think I just Order in the Court this turn, and that probably means I'm trading the Spotlight. So I want to do that first. Drawing the Countess doesn't really matter. Just puts me at a different point in the Order in the Court turn than I normally would be. I was gonna say, School Teacher's actually surprisingly bad here. Since there's literally no way for me to deal 4 damage effectively. I can crash in with Class Action Lawyer, it does work. But using that ability on a 4/4 feels pretty unhappy. I'm going to, there's not an alternative. It's not a great Liadrin, but it's good enough, and the alternative is hero power, play 2 guys, and pass. So, yeah, that narrows down what I'm doing. Oh, just Astalor off the top. All right, cool. Astalor off the top on 5. God, that's so upsetting. Why can't my opponents just do nothing and die? That would be a much fairer game. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 0 here. I can actually get away with playing this then. All right. Yeah, I don't trade with the 4/4 because that's the only way for my board to get cleared. If I trade with the 4/4, I'm dead to Corpse Explosion, but if I ignore it, then I'm also dead to Corpse Explosion. So I guess it doesn't really matter in the end. 7 corpses is just enough to get through 5/6 Divine Shield. Blood Boil is annoying but fine, and Corpse Explosion, like, he grossly overthought the trading there. He could have just played Corpse Explosion without attacking at all, and it would have done the same thing. Anyway, we're doing the Pure Paladin thing. And next turn, we get to open the boxes and see if we win this game or lose this game. It'll be super fun. Oh man, this feels so all in. I mean, it is. I'm an aggro deck against a control deck. There's always a line that gets crossed. Really? That's so unfortunate. Almost as unfortunate as that is. Oh, that's literally the best possible turn he could have had. Is that better than Patchwork? It's pretty close to better than Patchwork. Let's open some boxes. I need area of effect damage off of this. I'll take Patchwork. That buffs my Purator at least once. And Nelly gives me Steam, so... If you could hit the 5/1 patch, I'd really appreciate it. come on, Patchwork. Killing a Soul Stealer is good. That's a lot of information, actually. Alright, the one Amalgam Band's not looking great just yet, but I do have a lot of tribes in the deck that I'll be drawing out the Purator very soon. I'll take it. I can give him my deck filled with garbage? Sure. And Gangplank Diver just because I can put it down easily and it's the biggest thing available, sure. And now my Purator's slightly larger. Thanks, Armagadillo. Just forgot you were even in the core set until you showed up. So Mograine here is honestly not that bad. I want to play Purator here for sure, even though it means I'm not going to get any more Armagadillo value. And then from here, what is my best possible play? Seafloor Savior onto a Taunt minion, probably? Lets me get out the Sous Chef as well. Get that Righteous Protector off the bottom, play Sous Chef.
More spice over here.
This always goes face. We're not dealing with that 7/7 taunt. Do I kill his 1/3? What the hell am I talking about with do I kill his 1/3? I'm sorry, have you looked at the board state recently? I'm out of steam, he's the control deck, we don't kill the 1/3. So this is a Hematurge discovery he's had forever. I wonder if he would have sat on Hematurge there. Yeah, he did. I meant to say Soul Stealer, but yeah. Even though we knew for a fact that he didn't have second Soul Stealer, he just discovered second Soul Stealer already, so it's fine. Now we're up to 4 here. I don't know if that's actually enough. 5, 3. I'm actually at 5 health then. Giving him my deck isn't actually helpful because it will probably give him Seal of Blood knowing this game. It's Lothraxian, right?
Faith reveals the way.
Oh yeah, I have a Taunt minion. That's very important. I specifically planned for this.
Let the light save you as it saves.
Alright. The plan here is that by playing a Pirate and a Demon, we're getting this more likely to actually save our lives. We're going to be playing Funkfin into Amalgam Band to get the Murloc tag, because we haven't played the other Funkfin. That's fine, it trades with Gangplank. Oh man. Ghost Rider 2, huh? That's just so much value. I think I'm not dead yet, but not dead yet doesn't win games, which is a slight problem. This is 8 to face, though. It's really gonna come down to what Amalgam Band does. Like, I hate to say it, but that's just what it is. Can Amalgam Band steal the game? Funkfin first. I've already played Beast Elementals on both Light Ray, so that one doesn't add anything. So, Funkfin first. I've already played a Pirate because of this, so Tony doesn't do anything. If I miss Rush or Lifesteal, I probably lose. Is Lifesteal the one thing I missed? I have no idea if it has Lifesteal or not. The game's not interested in helping. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's one off the screen. I don't know what it is. Definitely going into his most valuable stuff. Did I get Lifesteal? Nope, the one thing I missed is Lifesteal. Oh, it's a tragedy. I'm ready to die to Corpse Explosion here. If it had gotten Lifesteal, the game might go on for a little while after this. Well, at least it's dead immediately, and the second one has fuck all. 3, 6, 12, 17, 21. I have exact lethal if he can't remove anything. Of course. Of course. Three, 6, 10, 15, 16, 17, 8. Oh yeah, he lifestealed down. But that doesn't mean I lose. I'm probably dead. I don't know. I don't think there's much in the way of burn, but he's discovered several spells. I'm dead to Frost from Shuri, for instance, which, does this kill me? It almost certainly ends the game in his favor, let's put it that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, Andy has Vampiric Blood. Doesn't even need to hear how to remove anything. Tragic. Oh, also I'm dead. That matters too. I didn't. I had it in my head that I took the damage at the end of my turn, not the end of his. But yeah, Pure Paladin's not been doing well. I feel like I'm getting unlucky. I feel like even if the deck is really suboptimal and I'm grossly mistaken about its quality, this is a far below average performance.
The light heals all wounds.
Okay, so at this point, I think I'm convinced that Spotlight is probably a bad card. Because I literally haven't gotten to use it once, but I have gotten to lose every single game I've played with this deck, I think. If I've won one, I've forgotten about it amidst the sea of despair that surrounds the victory. I think Spotlight's a bad card, which is surprising. Like, I know it's not actually a 2-mana 5/5, it's more like a 2-mana 4/4 that doesn't always work. And when you put it that way, it sounds a lot worse, because I was, in my card review, it was like a 2-mana 3/3 with Rush is just not good enough. So 2-mana 4/4 probably isn't either, but man, Spotlight has done literally nothing. And I don't think it's gonna win this game either, that's the brutal thing. I think I'm gonna play Spotlight, summon a 5/5, and it's gonna be fine. It's not gonna be game winning at all. So we played this, we have no reason to trade for him. Do we? No. That is really sick art though, I really like that. So I have a 5/5 now, and that's super cool and all, but does it do anything? Like, is this gonna win the game in any capacity? Well, that's a pretty good counter to Muster. Like, I'm feeling pretty bad about putting Muster in my deck here. Yeah, I'm just gonna set that to 1/1 and go face. Because even though I can play Muster on curve, it's not like Muster is doing anything. Oh, I could have just traded and mustered the 1/1 that was left, huh? I feel like that's walking into Hellfire a little bit hard. I don't know, for some reason in my head he just had Hellfire and killing it wasn't an option. I think I'm morally defeated is what that means. I think I'm emotionally done with this deck, which is sad. I don't think Pure Paladin deserves the performance it's gotten today. It's one of the few decks that has done terribly when I played it. I'm all the way back to rank 5 again. Like, I'm seeing it lose. It's obviously not doing well. But the ways it's losing, like it's getting steamrolled in a mirror match, it's getting blown the fuck out by ridiculous control with discovering control effects, but it could easily have discovered Plague Strike instead, or a weapon that did nothing. I think the deck is better than it's been doing, but it's still doing terribly. Let's play Jitterbug, I think. Killing this is actually helpful, I think, for breaking the line. He'll need a 2 health if I do that. I'm talking about Defile here, that's what I'm worried about happening. But I've already committed to going face and being an idiot when I didn't kill the Imp Gang boss originally, so I'm gonna keep doing that. If you have Void Virtuoso, and you tap with the Harp equipped, do you take no damage or do you heal for 2? The answer is probably just Plate Order for some reason, as is so often the case. 1, 2, 3, 4, Defile. It's not Defile, this is an aggressive deck. That makes sense. Oh, right. Seeing Void Virtuoso probably means it's just an aggressive deck. I don't think that's gonna go into a control deck. That's important information that I should have been considering earlier. Muster for battle, sous chef. Kill this. Kill that. I wonder if I should have just gone face there with the 4 attack. Seems like it, right? This is probably lethal unless he has exactly Crescendo, second Crescendo I mean, which he does not have. So that'll be the one. Look, I can steamroll a deck that had a bad curve. I spent all of the last hour complaining about Warlock's curve not actually being good, and I feel justified now. I'm seeing a surprising amount of Warlock with this deck. Up until now, I've seen like almost none of it in the meta. Anyway, Righteous Protector into Hand of Adal, and that's like one of the core ideas behind this deck is 1-drop Divine Shield with Hand of Adal and Spotlight behind it to threaten. And it's just been consistently the case that it hasn't mattered much. Spotlight did basically single-handedly win the last game, though. Like, as I was explaining that it was probably cuttable trash, it did just single-handedly kill my opponent. There's an argument for sous chef and to coin Muster for battle. I think instead what I'm looking for is coin Lathraxian and to Muster for battle. Alright, so we've confirmed that it's Imp-Lock, and I have little to no faith in Imp-Lock. We just play Hand of Adal here to get board control. If he has specifically Imp Gang Boss and Fiendish Circle, I feel pretty bad. Anything else, I feel pretty good. I feel excellent with tap. The deck's curve just isn't as strong as it feels like it should be. I'll dredge something up. Funk Fin with Lothraxian. Seems like the play. Get this out, kill that. Next turn we have Coin Lothraxian, which isn't great. So hopefully he just taps again, as is so often the case with this deck's curve. There's really not a lot for 4 because he hasn't actually triggered the Infuse Imp. Like 2/3/3 Imps is actually good against my board, but it's not a good play in general. A 5/5 Imp and a 3/3 Imp would be pretty good. Because I still can't kill the 5/5 with this board. I wonder how I would feel. I'll feel great if he taps, like that'll be incredible, but I'm expecting something to happen. It would be weird if nothing happens. Alright, we have Flame Imp, Fiendish Circle. Nope. That is almost nothing, man. Gonna take the Coin Lothraxian and kill all his stuff. Oh, I can't actually kill all his stuff. That is true. I'll take this attack now while I can. I imagine it's a pretty likely thing that he plays a bunch of Imps and then buffs up with the thing that gets buffed by Imps and goes face, so I want to make sure it's as easy to kill as possible afterwards. That hardly matters to me. Imp is charged now. The exact thing I said getting buffed up is... If I hadn't traded, it could have value traded Lothraxian, and it did go face like I thought it might. So, Muster for Battle, dudes. Gets a lot of Divine Shield on the board, doesn't do much else. Which probably gets ignored. He goes face, and then I blow him out with Funk Fin. Is that the game plan? Also, that gets this down to 1, which isn't good enough. It's so close to excellent. And I do want him to actually take damage here if he were to play fatigue cards. Health totals do matter in this matchup. So almost certainly he goes face. Almost certainly he doesn't kill my board or affect these Divine Shields, and almost certainly Funk Fin wins the game. I'm ready to be proven wrong, but I'm also ready to give Funk Fin his medal right now. Face for 9, as expected. Gang Boss is not a problem. All right, so the play is Funk Fin. I don't have lethal. I do have 16. Wait. 17, 18, and 19.
Prophet, guide me.
But that's not good enough. I play this. Take some pretty good trades. I could Seal of Blood to finish off the last one. I'm going to. I'm leaving nothing able to be hit by Vile Library because it's really important that he can't just kill me after playing a lot of Imps and buffing his last minion. This does let him play the Rifam. I hate it. But it also means that he can't just kill me by buffing the Imp Gang Boss. Was lethal on board? I wasn't counting. It must have been. Yeah, it was pretty close. I'm going to assume it was on board, otherwise my opponent seems real silly. This is not the hand we were looking for. Sorry, I was checking YouTube comments while the fight was starting. This is still not the hand we're looking for. I'm going to assume my mulligan garbage got garbage.
Ice over here.
This is not what you want to see going into the mirror match. I think I do dredge here, even though it sucks. I just want better future turns. I need to make up for lost tempo. This is the most mana efficient thing. It lets me play like Muster for Battle into Righteous Protector Muster for Battle? I don't know. Funk Fin's definitely not doing it, neither is Jitterbug, so it's Righteous Protector. This is a bad spot to be in. Decidedly not good. Disco Mall is the worst case scenario, and I'll be posting more Pure Paladin with Disco Mall, because this hand, and this situation, has convinced me. Disco Mall should be in the deck. The best build of this is not even close to what I'm running. And Disco Mall is part of why. This card is just so individually strong. Anyway, let's make it stronger. It'd be like running Amalgam Shaman without Anchored Totem, right? The potential for a one-card blowout when you're running Disco Mall is so high that your win rates at every matchup get worse without it. So this is just the roundabout lesson in why to run Disco Mall, and I'll be back to Pure Paladin later in the week probably. But I'm gonna take a good solid break, try out some more new stuff, and I guess before I do that, let's finish getting murdered by this man. +4/+4, huh? 2 mana? 2 mana, deal 4, give +4/+4? It's a pretty good card. I can kill the surrounding minions and go wide. This has Divine Shield, so if it's not able to be pinged off, that's pretty good. I have Hand of a Doll. So we play Hand of a Doll here. Seal of Blood at the start of the turn wouldn't impact this actually, it doesn't give quite enough. Well, things are obviously not great, but I don't feel dead. Also, I should have traded Spotlight there. I'll remind you that I am bad at the game. I don't know if I got it around to saying it this video, but there are a lot of mechanics in Hearthstone I simply haven't interacted with in the past 3 years, because I haven't been playing the game since the launch for Forge. Sorry, the last 2 years. I haven't been playing since the launch of Forge and the Barons, basically. So stuff like tradable, really basic things I should be used to, I have no experience with, and it's really showing. All right, Order in the Court coming down. Joke's on him, I've already got the Countess. I don't need to play Order in the Court. Oh man, I'm screwed, aren't I? I am so fucked. What are you coining 2 for? Oh, coining 1 for Light Ray, gross. Yeah, Light Ray kind of matters. We're gonna Dredge again, or use Seal of Blood to get through it. Since we don't have Order in the Court, Purator is the easy pick here. He actually just tutors the other 2. I put it on you. I trade with the 3/2, and I just kill a 1/1 myself. Am I ahead? Am I winning? This is weird. I thought I was dead. Muster for Battle is still a good card. I don't think it's as good as Disco Mall, but it has been getting some value back in this situation. I guess it's unfair with how little Muster for Battle has mattered, right? Like, I'm just getting blown out. My curves have been lining up bad against what they're doing. It's unfair to say that Muster for Battle is clearly worse than Disco Mall when I feel like I'm getting high rolled. That's definitely good. Oh my god, he has 2nd buff? That's so gross. Oh man, don't full clear 1 time, immediately turns into a 6/5 Divine Shield. And he top decked the 2nd Light Ray. Alright, Purator, save me. I ain't got nothing else. He's a very large Purator. Oh, wait a second. If I have a 1-drop off of him, still not enough to get Light Ray out.
Need a bit more spice over here.
So I do have Light Ray Countess next turn without playing Order in the Court, which is pretty solid.
My heart is
Unfortunately, he's a turn ahead of me there because of Blood Crusader.
For you are graced with my presence.
Operating hours.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Operating
Yep.
hours.
Okay. Actually, doesn't matter which way I do it. I need to play this.
This day. For you are graced with my presence.
Now, normally I'd be afraid of dying and I would go fast. But I'm at 21 health. He's much lower than me. I think my best chance of winning actually is doing this and setting up for lethal from legendaries and forcing him to trade. Because he's opening boxes. He can just get unlucky and be dead here. If he gets nothing with board impact, he probably loses immediately. In my experience with Pure Paladin is that apparently board impact is very hard to get in spite of my previous evidence on the other side of the matchup. Just like play Ulthok and let me play every minion in my hand. Oh man, I did not get great Pure Paladin pools. The Blood Death Knight game that I still lost due to discovering Corpse Explosion and Soul Stealer. That actually did have pretty good pools. It's just a matchup where the control deck has its boot on your throat and you really don't stand much of a chance if you get late. I mean, that's a really good card, but it's probably just drawing you shit. That does not generally help with board too much. Those are some very large rush minions. Oh. It turns out they aren't. But my board should be clear and I should be dead, right? Holy shit! It's hard to get board impact, he said. Yeah, no, just clear your opponent's board for lethal. Easy game. Man, as I was saying, Pure Paladin is nuts, just not when I'm playing it. So I'm gonna call it for there with Pure Paladin. I think that this is a bad build of it. I think Pure Paladin is definitely a good deck, and there is a tier 2 variant of it, and I honestly don't even think this is far beneath tier 2. But I think Lothraxian's a fucking terrible card. It turns out the meta is very, very fast, and the idea of playing Muster for battle after Lothraxian and being alive is synonymous with having already won the game. So that's absolutely worthless. And once we get to that point, Lothraxian doesn't matter as much, Muster doesn't matter as much. Like, they're good cards, what they're doing is good, but it's so slow. Just get a Disco Maul, play 2 mana 7/7s, right? Like, that's way better. Do not play Muster for battle is what I'm really learning here. It's actually hard for me to believe how much Muster for battle has fallen off since Goblins vs. Gnomes. I think as a returning player, this has been the biggest example of how much stronger the game has gotten. This and Flame Imp have just been heartbreaking to witness. Anyways, for now, I'm done. I'll be experimenting more with Pure Paladin in the future with different builds, because it definitely is a good deck and I am interested in playing it, but this variant is not the ticket. Absolutely do net deck Pure Paladin if you're watching this, but don't net deck mine. Mine is not the way to build it. I've been Incoherent. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe, YouTube showing, blah, blah, blah. See you in the next one.